Welcome to Archiversity online classes. In this lecture, I am going to show you how to calculate bivariate correlation and cross-order correlation in IBM SPSS. In addition to that, I am also going to explain you how to interpret the output, that is what exactly the correlation is and what is the range of a correlation, what is a strong correlation, weak correlation and a moderate correlation, and how is it you need to define your variables so that you can run a correlation in SPSS. So the bivariate correlation is a correlation between two variables, let us say variable 1 and variable 2, whereas a cross-order correlation, also called as zero order correlation, this is a correlation between multiple variables. That is, let us say you have three variables v1, v2, v3. Then in a zero order correlation, we will run a multiple bivariates, that is v1 and v2, then v2 and v3, then v1 and v3. So three different sets of correlations are calculated in a zero order correlation, or also called as a cross order correlation. Now when we are talking about correlation, we come across with the two types of a correlation. There are, one is Pearson's product moment correlation, or also simply called as a Pearson's correlation or correlation coefficient. This is one. And the second one is Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. So this is the second. So there are two correlations. So one is a Pearson's product moment correlation, and second one is a Spearman's rank correlation coefficient. Now these two, that is the correct use of a correlation coefficient type, depends on the types of variables that is being used. In case of a Pearson's correlation coefficient, we use this on a continuous data. So if your data, that is your variables, are measured on a continuous scale, in the sense interval scale and a ratio scale, then we use Pearson's correlation coefficient. And if your data is measured on an ordinal scale, then we use a Spearman's rank correlation. So Spearman's rank correlation is a non-parametric test, and Pearson's correlation is a parametric statistical test. So this lecture is about Pearson's product moment correlation, or simply called as a correlation coefficient or a correlation. Now in statistical terms, correlation is a method of assessing a possible two-way linear association between two continuous variables. So in a product moment, that is a Pearson's product moment correlation, we look at the continuous variables. When we are saying the continuous variables measured on interval or a ratio scale. Now a correlation is measured by a statistic called the correlation coefficient, which represents the strength of putative linear association between the variables, and this is denoted as R. Now it is a dimensionless quantity that takes the values ranging between -1 to +1. So your correlation value, when you run a correlation, you get a value somewhere between -1 to +1. Now here a correlation of a 0, if you get a correlation of a 0, that indicates no linear relationship exists between two continuous variables. There is no linear relationship between those continuous variables. And a correlation coefficient of -1 or +1 indicates a perfect linear relationship. Okay. Now the strength of a relationship can be anywhere between -1 and +1. The stronger the correlation, the closer the correlation coefficient comes to the 1. In the sense, if we can say that if your correlation value ranges between plus or minus 0.8 to plus or minus 1, then we can say this as a strong correlation. Now if a positive correlation, in the sense plus sign, indicates the directly related. As the value of one variable goes up, the value of other also tends to go up. In a positive correlation, you will find both the variables are moving in a same direction. They are moving in a tandem. On the other hand, if there is a negative number, that is a negative correlation, then your variables move in an opposite direction. That means if one variable moves upward, the other variable moves downward. We call this as a inverse relationship. Now any correlation which is less than or equivalent to plus or minus 0.30, we call this as a weak correlation. And correlation ranging between plus or minus 0.4 to 0.80 plus or minus, we can call this as a moderate correlation. An important aspect in a correlation is that this coefficient is affected by extreme values. When you are saying that extreme values, outliers. So if you have outliers in your data, this will impact your correlation value very significantly, which may aggregate or dampen the strength of a relationship between two variables. It is therefore advised to check whether your data have any outliers. So if there are outliers in your data set, then you need to weed out the outliers or transform your data before running a correlation coefficient. Now the procedure is that first test for assumptions in your data, then check for a linearity, then run a bivariate correlation if you have only two variables, then go for zero order or a cross order correlation when you have a multiple variables. Now in this example, now I'll show you how to run a correlation in IBM SPSS. So here is the data 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 stock indices, and their 36 months monthly return are presented here. Okay, now the idea what we are trying to do is we are trying to find out a correlation between these variables. In the sense, first we look at the two variables, and you see that as these are measured on a ratio scale. Now the first thing that is that we need to check the assumptions. For that purpose, go to Analyze, then go to Descriptive Statistics. Here click Explore, choose your variables. So just I want to run with Auto and BankX. Then choose the statistics. Here select outliers, then click Continue. Similarly, go to Plots, then uncheck Stem and Leaf, and box plot let it be. Then normality plots with this, select this one, click Continue, push button, then click OK button here, and you will have a output here. So checking of a normality, we use the skewness and kurtosis, which are very close to 0, minus 0.35 and 0.309 for auto, and 0.28 and minus 0.5 for BankX. So both the values are very close to 0, so that we can confidently say that the data is normally distributed. Similarly, we have a test of a normality. Then Kolmogorov-Smirnov test, significant value is 0.2, which is greater than 0.05. Here also we retain the null hypothesis. Shapiro-Wilk test 0.498. Here also we retain the null hypothesis. So our test of normality also indicates that the data is normally distributed. And here you have a PP and QQ plots. Then here is your box plot, which is used to identify the outliers. We don't find any outliers in auto index. Similarly, for BankX also there are no outliers. So it appears that the data doesn't have any outliers, so that one assumption is met, and second one is a normality. So data is also normally distributed. Now you can run a correlation. So to run a correlation, go to Analyze, and here move to Correlate, then choose Bivariate. Now here select the two variables, auto, then BankX, send them here. Then simply if you want a descriptives, you can choose the descriptives, then click Continue, then click OK. So here is the result of a correlation. Now auto and correlation, auto to auto is 1 and auto to BankX is 0.36. That is a weak correlation, positive but weak correlation, and which is statistically significant because the power value is less than 0.05. So this is one, that is running a bivariate correlation. Suppose in your data set, here we have a multiple variables. So 8 variables, 4 plus 4, 8 variables are there. Now instead of running a pairwise for 8, you can run a zero order correlation. For that, we are making an assumption that the data is normally distributed and all other assumptions are met. So directly are going to run a correlation. So for that also you can go to the correlate, then click on a bivariate, Then select all the variables by holding a shift and clicking A. Then send them here. Now in options, go for a cross product deviations if you required. Then click continue. Then here correlation coefficient Pearson. So if your data is measured on an ordinal scale, then you need to use a Spearman. This is a non-parametric. Pearson is a parametric. So we are going with a Pearson's product moment correlation coefficient. So here, then check the flag significant correlations. Then click OK. Now here you have a zero order correlation. Now you can see pairwise auto with the BankX, auto with the capital goods, auto with the consumer durable, FMCG, healthcare, gas and power. From among that you can see that there is a significant positive correlation between auto and capital goods. The correlation is 0.68 high one. That is we can say that a moderate correlation here. Similarly, there is a good correlation between auto and FMCG 0.55 and oil and gas 0.55 again. Similarly, if you look at a BankX and capital goods 0.642, and BankX has got a near to zero correlation with the healthcare, that is a 0.07. So this way you can run a zero order correlation. So zero order correlation is important for you, especially in case of instead of running a multiple bivariates, you can run a one table and check all the correlations in one go. That is one. And second is that using the correlation values here, you can also run a partial correlations with the help of a zero order correlation table here. So this is how you need to identify the assumptions and outliers of your variables, that is measured on a continuous scale, then run a bivariate correlation and also run a zero order correlation or a cross order correlation in IBM SPSS. Thank you for listening to the lecture.